Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Crypto markets have taken an absolute beating today, which certainly includes XRP. So I'll tell you here right off the bat, if you're one of the people that is scared, very concerned about what has been going on in terms of price action, I think I can make you feel a lot better. I really do. I'm feeling ambitious here. I really think by the end of this video, listen to the whole thing, I think you're going to feel a lot better. And look, I want to be clear also at the outset here. I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and so you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I am just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics just as a hobby, just as for fun. But even so, I think if you just step back and take a look at what's actually going on, it is not the case that people are rethinking, does it make sense for cryptocurrency to exist? Is XRP actually useful? What's going on? No. Nothing has changed here. You want to know what's going on in a nutshell, and then I'm just going to flesh this out and explain why the people that panic sell are really going to eat it, in my humble opinion. You know what's going on here? Just get right down to it. Stocks are taking a beating, an absolute beating. Crypto markets are following that. There's enough data out there to prove, and I've highlighted it for years, crypto follows stock market. Okay? Altcoins follow Bitcoin. So you got to understand, and I don't know if you understand the degree to which stocks are down today. That's a bloodbath. It is bad. It's real bad. So it's not the case that everything's going to stop existing, just like the stock market isn't going to stop existing, crypto isn't going to stop existing. Crypto's just way more volatile. There's less money in it, so it doesn't take much for the market cap of pick your coin to go way up or way down. But that's the reason I'm here. There's way more opportunity. Sure, we don't like the parts, the little bits where it goes to the downside, but my gosh, there's still so much opportunity. And I encourage you, if you have the time, please stick around towards the, in particular, the later half of the video. As much as I'd love to cover it first, I want to go through this sequentially. But the most important part of this particular video, and I really mean this, and I almost never say this, but I really would love for you to stick around, because the most important part, the biggest takeaway, it's going to be at the end of this particular video. But again, I just want to do things sequentially. You'll see why. I think this is the right order to unpack things. Now, as I record this, XRP is down to 51 cents. Worth noting, its 24-hour low, 48 cents. Bitcoin currently at $31,122. It got down to $29,941. Market cap for the asset class, 1.44 trillion. Bitcoin dominance at 41.03%. And so is it the case that this isn't just some sort of lengthened market cycle? Or are we actually in a bear market and we just don't get to have an alt season to go along with it? We don't get alt season? Damn it, that's not what I signed up for. Look, it's fascinating to note that unlike other recent bear markets, most Bitcoin has been moving off exchanges in recent months, whereas previously, in previous market cycles, we saw exchanges flooded with Bitcoin that was then sold off. In fact, the other day, I shared a report showing that the Bitcoin that recently was sold off came from accounts that had been holding their Bitcoin for only 3 months or less. Meaning short-term speculators. This is the people that, a lot of them presumably are going to be newer to markets, much more susceptible to selling based on fear. And as usual, these are the useful idiots that are responsible for volatility in crypto markets. Now, as whales and institutions put their Bitcoin into long-term cold storage, less was left over for the emotional retail speculator. And in a bull market, or even if just neutral and the markets figure things out over time, a lower quantity of Bitcoin would likely lead to higher prices as retail speculators fight over a smaller supply. It's just supply and demand, folks. And this is what we have seen, right, in the past. However, even though the amount of Bitcoin for sale was reduced in recent times, the sentiment is bearish, leaving the emotional retail speculators to panic sell. Now, arguably, and I'm going to prove this, arguably this has been led by the stock market dumping recently. But the stock market can't dump forever, and neither can Bitcoin and the broader crypto markets out there, including XRP. For me, this is all incredibly easy to navigate because my strategy is the most unsophisticated strategy on the entire damn planet. Them's bragging rights, my friend. My strategy in good times and bad times is simply to do nothing. And I'm going to explain why within the next minute or two here. Just let me set this all up here. The best strategy is to do nothing. I'm going to prove it to you. And this is very important for all my fellow XRP holders out there. And by the way, worth mentioning this. Here's the Crypto Fear and Greed Index first. At 10 out of 100, indicating that market participants, not surprisingly, are in extreme fear. Everything is on fire, right? But what's going on in the world? Why is this all happening? Well, here's a headline from AP. Explainer, recession fears grow. But how high is the risk? Here's another scare headline from New York Post. U.S. gas prices back near record highs, hammering motorists. Here's another one. This one's from yesterday, from CNBC. Dow falls more than 600 points. S&P 500 tumbles below 4,000 to the lowest level in a year. Here's an article from today from CNN Business. Dow tumbles again as tech wreck continues. S&P hits 52-week low. Oh my gosh, well that sounds bad. I should probably just sell everything that I own, all my stocks and my cryptos. I'm going to sell them all for they're worth less. No. See, that's the type of thinking that gets people wrecked. And I'm going to illustrate. But I also want to mention this. I got some data for you just to prove the point a little bit further. So here's Netflix on CNBC's website. Looking a little bit down, isn't it? In fact, Netflix is down 71% year to date. Is it a cryptocurrency? How's it down 71%? Snapchat is down 50% year to date. Facebook is down 42% year to date. Amazon's down 36% year to date. Disney is down 32% year to date. Tesla is down 34% year to date. Google is down 21% year to date. So, folks, this is a bunch of emotional people panic selling. We have over 100 years worth of data in the stock market showing that people behave like this. Now, this is drastic, sure, but you do get drastic moments like this from time to time. But it's been trending up for over 100 years. Similarly with crypto, it's been trending up for the entirety of its existence, despite massive pullbacks. Crypto just happens to be more volatile, which makes it more scary, but it also makes the highs that much more glorious. That's why I'm so much more interested in investing in crypto than any other asset class. Obviously, there's way more opportunity here. That's still true. That's not suddenly untrue because people are panic selling, behaving like you expect them to behave from time to time. And I'm not even getting into, like, in the real world, all the trouble that we're having in terms of supply chain issues, logistics, this and that. I'm just trying to reassure you that the stock market won't stop to exist and neither will crypto. So did you invest too much? Like, if you're worried, like, what is the reason that you're worried? Tell me what the reason is. I'm just curious. Like, what is the actual reason that you're worried? Because if you didn't need your money when it was worth more just 4 days ago, what the hell's the matter? I put in money that I can live without. So in case I'm wrong, it actually did go to zero, which isn't going to happen. But even if I'm wrong and it goes to zero, okay, that sucks. That's unfortunate. I guess I'll stop running the Moon Lambo channel because nobody's in crypto anymore because it all went to zero. But life would still go on. But that's if you don't need the money now, it doesn't matter anyway. Just let the emotional humans sort it out. You don't have to jump in. Now, again, I'm not telling you to buy or sell. You don't have to participate in this. Not even emotionally. Just that's why I'm trying to help people out there, just to remove the emotion from it. It doesn't make logical sense to freak out unless you're a person that absolutely needed to cash out like right now, and then okay, fine. But I don't think that's most people. I think most people, it's the case that feels bad. What if it's just not going to stop and you get these emotions going? And that's what people do. But it doesn't make logical sense. It's emotional. It's not logical, period. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? This is so important. I've only talked about this on my channel 2 other times that I can recall. And on a massive dip like this is the day to do it. And so that's why I said earlier in the video, I hope that you stick around to the end, and I really mean it. This is crucial for you to understand. Absolutely crucial. You're going to wreck yourself if you don't know what I'm about to share with you. Here's a headline from March 9th of this year from CNBC. While you may miss the market's best days if you sell amid high volatility. Now, mind you, they're talking about the stock market, but whether you're talking about the stock market or you're talking about cryptocurrency, it doesn't matter. It's the same humans with the same DNA making the same silly ass mistakes, emotionally buying and selling stuff. It's the same silly ass humans. That's exactly what it is. And so I have shared this before. This is an updated version compared to when I last shared it, but this is from an investment firm that's making the point that what matters is time in the markets, not timing the markets. The longer you hold, the more you make. So take a look at this. Here's the headline from this particular slide. They put together a little PDF here. And if you don't know this, this is like, is it too much to say life-changing? In terms of investment, like in terms of how to treat investments in tumultuous times, it's life-changing in that regards. I don't think that's too much. But here's the headline. Time, not timing, is the best way to capitalize on stock market gains. And I'm going to apply this to XRP. So let me go through this data. I'm going to apply it to XRP at the very end of the video so you can understand just how important it is to do nothing. And that's why you'll understand my very unsophisticated method when it comes to crypto, which is, by the way, the same with stocks. It's unsophisticated, and it's to do absolutely nothing. Period. Not emotional. I mean, if the price gets bumped up before, I'm like, okay, well, it makes sense to diversify. Well, yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, including with crypto. But take a look. It says here, the U.S. stock market has been resilient throughout its history. Stocks routinely recovered from short-term crisis events to move higher over longer time periods. And so what they're looking at here, this is the S&P 500 index from December 31st of 2006 through December 31st of 2021. So you got a 15-year look at what's happened in terms of price action. And they point out a number of events, in fact, dating back to 2008. Here you can see the collapse of Lehman Brothers in September 2008 triggered a severe market downturn and recession. Within a year, stocks had recovered significantly. Now, pause here again. This is important to understand because, yes, it's true, Bitcoin didn't exist back then, but ever since Bitcoin's inception, once it was traded in open markets, it's followed the stock market, okay? It's more volatile, but it's followed the stock market. Look at the next instance here. The market declined sharply in 2011 when Standard & Poor's downgraded the U.S. credit rating, but rallied soon after. Okay, and then here's another one, 2016. In June 2016, U.S. stock prices plummeted more than 5% in the 2 days after the Brexit referendum, followed by a dramatic 3-day recovery. Here's another one, 2018. The S&P 500 tumbled more than 10% on fears of a Fed policy error and a U.S.-China trade war in the fourth quarter of 2018. And so for those of you looking at your screen right now, and it's worth looking at it if you can. I know a lot of people just listen passively. I do that with all sorts of YouTube channels myself, including crypto ones that I listen to. But if you can look, I think it's worth it. Because look down here in 2008, when everything was on fire with the financial collapse, there were people selling down here at the bottom where I'm circling. And those people, I mean, maybe they got back in later and they got some returns, but if you didn't, look at this massive rise that you missed out on. And it did feel like the end of the world at every single one of these. And crypto's just more volatile, so it's that much harder. But here's how severe things get. And again, I'm going to apply this to XRP, so please stick around if you can. Here's the headline on the next slide. Stay invested so you don't miss the market's best days. And here what they're showing is this on this chart is the result of investing $10,000 in the S&P 500. So assuming you invested at the beginning and held it through the end of the 15-year period. So again, the period begins December 31st, 2006. If you put $10,000 in that day and you held it 15 years exactly, December 31st, 2021, what would have happened? Well, and mind you, these percentages are not going to sound as awesome as crypto, but it doesn't matter. The concept applies here as well. I'm going to point that out with XRP specifically. But if you had kept that $10,000 in the stock market, for those well, in this case, we're talking specifically about the S&P 500, which is just an index. But anyway, had you kept all the $10,000 in there for that whole 15-year period, after that 15-year period, your $10,000 would be worth $45,682. That's incredible for the stock market. You know, think about that. Crypto's, that's why I keep saying crypto's way more fun to be in. Yes, except for on days like this, I understand. But what if you missed the 10 best days? Think about that, 15 years. There's 365 days in a year, unless there's a leap year. But 365 days a year for 15 years. Think about that. If you missed just the 10 best days over that 15-year period, you know what your $10,000 would be worth? It wouldn't be worth $45,000 anymore. Your $10,000 would only be worth $20,929. That's right. If you missed just the 10 best days because you're freaking out, because you sell and you missed when it popped back off, you don't have that exposure anymore, but you got to feel better once you sold, right? Because you stopped the pain right then. Well, if you miss the 10 best days as a result, instead of having $45,000, you only have $20,000. And what if you miss the 20 best days? And so your $10,000 would only be worth $12,671. And again, we're talking over a span of 15 years. If you miss just 20 days, that's how bad it is. If you miss 30 best days, the 30 best days out of that 15-year period, you'd be down. You'd be down from $10,000 to $8,365. The point to take away from this is that the most exciting, fun, positive times are exceedingly rare. They're just exceedingly rare. This is true of stocks, and this is true of crypto. Definitely true of XRP. So consider this. The previous market cycle, which ended for XRP in the beginning part of 2018, which has already now been over 4 years. But let's just look at the 4 years leading up to that so I can illustrate a point, because I don't know when XRP is going to pop again. I still firmly believe that it's going to. No way to know anything for sure. But let's just look at what we have historically to look at, which is a limited time period. XRP hasn't even been in existence for a full decade yet. So just work with what we have, right? Well, consider this. So let's look at the 4 years leading up to XRP. There are people, because this is mostly just trading sideways. You got to understand that. So 4 years, that's 1,461 days, okay? Now, XRP started rallying roughly the middle of December 2017. XRP's rally lasted for about 17 days. If I'm off for a day or two, it doesn't matter. I'm just making a broader point. You'll get it. So think about that. 4 years is 1,461 days. If you missed those 17 days, you missed it. You missed the tens of thousands % run. You really missed it. 17 days. 17 days in that 4 year period. And so mind you, those 17 days over that 4 year period leading up to the top, which occurred January 4th, 2018 for XRP when it was almost $4. That rally, that lasted 1.1% of the time of that 4 year period. 1.1%. And all these people for that 4 year period getting in and out of XRP, in and out of other positions, don't make no damn sense, but that sure as hell is what humans do. That sure as hell is what they do. There's a reason I've never sold a single XRP. I don't know. I'm not interested in increasing my risk. I don't think I'm smarter than everybody else and that I can get in and out of positions. Almost every trader on the planet loses money. And so even if you're not a trader, what does it tell you? If you're not a trader and you're still moving money around, what are the odds you're going to perform better than them? And most of them lose money. It's like there's like no chance. And again, provably, the crypto markets are just following what's happening in the rest of the world. So fine, if the rest of the world's on fire, okay, but don't be fearful for the long-term viability of crypto. That doesn't make any damn sense. It doesn't make any damn sense at all. So that's why I'm saying, I get it. It doesn't feel good, but I had a great day. Honestly, I went out for a jog at a park. I was walking and jogging, felt great. It's a sunny day. It's rained for most of the last month. I felt fantastic. My mood was just through the roof. I'm feeling great. Now, where I was aware of the price action, I was like, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I kid you not. That is my actual reaction. And then I walked my pet peeve, which is my 7-year-old terrier mix, lovely little creature. I walked her in the evening, and now I'm back and I'm recording a video here on the YouTubes. It's been a fantastic day. I don't care about this. I don't know how low it's going to go. Who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? I'm so thrilled to be in crypto. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I ain't going to squander this by feeling emotions and reacting. I don't even feel the emotions anymore. The last time I felt scared about crypto, and I've said this before, was in August of 2018. That was the last time it ever happened to me. And then I just whipped myself in the shape. Like I had this epiphany finally. I was like, Matt, you already know the data. Just don't do the feeling part because it's dumb. So I had a great day. So anyway, I hope that helps you. Again, I can't tell you to buy or sell. I would never, I don't know your personal position, and even if I did, I wouldn't want to take on that type of responsibility. But I can tell you that I feel firmly that this is going to blow over at some point, however long. Like the stock market will not tank forever, period. It's not going to. At some point, it bounces back. Crypto moves, at least today. I don't know if it'll stay like this forever, but today, in 2022, crypto moves in tandem. XRP moves with the broader crypto market. Nothing's changed. It doesn't matter. Have yourself a good day. Tomorrow, if you didn't today, then I'm sorry you went through it. I know it's rough for people, and I do sympathize. You're not stupid or weak or anything. It's just, it's hard for people. I understand that. I just don't have that trouble anymore. And just understanding this data really helps me. And I hope it helps you too. So I hope this did something for you. Let me know in the comment section below if it did. Hopefully I didn't make it worse. I don't know how that could have happened, right? I'll go ahead and wrap up here, though. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.